tongue in there, out, and then kiss his neck like that. Kiss. And don't you forget the back of the neck is super sensitive, so make sure that you don't hesitate playing with the back, planting kisses. You could wiggle your tongue around it. You know what I mean? Yes. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Jane Lawrence and I come with a lot of juicy content. Okay, okie dokes. So today I'm just going to do a very short video and I want to teach the men, just randomly talk about some sexual activities and whatnot here. I know you love sexual talk, so let me just go on about it. All right, in case you have not seen some of my videos where I talk about how you can locate the G-spot, then let me just do a short video on that. Now the G-spot is, for some women, 2 to 3 inches, you know, as you enter into her juicy or coochie. All right, so you could always, it feels like a spongy tissue at the anterior part of the coochie. Anterior, that means the upper part of the coochie. So you go in with your fingers like so. Let's assume that this is like 3 inches. All right, and you do in a come hither motion, right? You'll feel a spongy, rather a rough, spongy texture right there that bulges out. The G-spot is like the tail end of the clitoris. All right, so the clitoris is not that knob you see up there. It's much longer and embedded down onto the anterior walls of the coochie. So it's more or less like how many inches? I think 8 inches from the top of the clit to the end which is the G-spot. The G-spot is just basically the end of the powerhouse. I like to call it powerhouse for safety purposes here on YouTube. All right, so that's the way that you can locate it, by inserting and then searching for it, which is not farther. It's just like 2 or 3 inches. And that's why I think that, you know, for women, size doesn't necessarily matter. Why some women say, oh, I like it big and whatnot, is because they want to have that fullness. They want it in such a way that, you know, they feel, they get filled up. There is a feeling that comes with being filled up. It's easier for them to even have like vaginal orgasm from that fullness, especially if the man knows how to use it. Some men just are big for nothing and can't even do so much work with what they have, and they boast themselves, or they pride themselves in having, you know, big D. They pride themselves in having so much length and so much girth without them even using it. You know, you have to know how to use your tool. You have to know what techniques, how to move your waist. It's not all about thrusting and banging, bah, 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 bah. Sometimes you need to know how to wind the waist. You know, you need to know how to wind the waist, hit it from the side, hit it from the left, hit it from the right, and hit it, you know, just know how to move, not just straight up like this. You know, give them different strokes, because what that does is that it gives different strokes, different feeling. The different movement and angle comes with different feeling and sensation. Do you get what I mean? So sometimes it's not like, sometimes you could just go from bottom up, or sometimes you could just go from top or from side. Don't just go straight one missionary way. Do you get what I mean? I hope I'm making sense here. For the women, know that the man is quite sensitive around the frenulum. The frenulum is that V shape around the cap of his joystick. So the frenulum of a man's joystick is as sensitive as that of the clit, or as that of the powerhouse. The powerhouse contains about 8,000 nerve endings, while the male cap, the cap of the joystick, contains about 4,000 nerve endings. So those two sensory organs are very powerful. If you know how to handle them, then you're good. Now for the men, if you're going to go down on your woman, remember that the powerhouse is very powerful. It is called the powerhouse because it contains 4,000 nerve endings. Sometimes you don't need to suck hard on it. Sometimes you just need to be gentle. Just gentle wiggling of your tongue around the powerhouse slightly, or just using the tip of your tongue consistently, maintaining a particular rhythm that she likes, can get her off. Sometimes you have to really take out time and really spend time to get her off. You can actually get her off from just your tongue. All you just need to know is that consistency. And I mean consistency, I mean you, if you have to wiggle your tongue like this and she's feeling you, then you have to stay on that consistently. All right. And then if she likes it like this, or maybe she likes it like this, right? Or she likes it, circling around it, you have to stay consistently circling or wiggling or stroking, however it is with your tongue, the tip of your tongue, like that. If she likes the tip of your tongue, or she likes it flat, she likes your tongue flat on her powerhouse, then keep it flat. Consistently, it doesn't matter how long, but I'm sure that if you're consistently doing it, in no time it is going to pop up. She's going to pop off. Do you get what I mean? That's it. That is it. And that's why you see that some women can actually get off by just using a shower head. Because, the pressure of the water is consistent. All right? And then she is focusing it, or she is pointing it or focusing it on her powerhouse and consistently putting it there. That pressure, the consistency of the pressure, and however it is coming to hit the powerhouse, she's going to get it, and before you know it, she will just pop. So for women, it is a lot easier if you can take your time, understanding that why it takes a lot of time for women to pop off is because our organs are embedded. So you have to take time, like you're digging for oil. You have to take time building her emotion, building the momentum until she gets to a point where she cannot take it anymore, and you stay consistently until she reaches her orgasm. All right, so that's it. Don't always rush it. Don't be too quick to leave. All right, if you're going to give her tongue action, make sure that you spend nothing less than 15 minutes. I'm telling you, spend nothing less than 15 minutes, except you know her body very well and you know how to handle her body, then that's fine. But spend nothing less than 15 minutes on her body. And then for the women, understand that men are much more sensitive in other areas apart from their joystick. And again, the joystick, let's talk about the joystick. Make sure that if you're going down on your man, right, make sure that you have a lot of saliva or a lot of lube, because with that it makes it more juicier and quicker for him to come. Okay, so one of the reasons why men take some time to come, or they don't even ejaculate from your hand job, is because it's dry. You're doing it dry, or you're not putting too much saliva, or you're not using too much lubes. Because when a man gets into you, that place is already moist, and how do I put it? It's the moistness of that place that make a man come faster. The moistness, the level to which you're moist, and the warmth of that place. Plus, you know, the canal is wavy. So that brushing through him and everything gets him to pop. But most importantly, it's how wet you are that gets him to come. So that you should also apply when you're trying to stroke him. Make sure that you have a lot of lube or oil or whatever, and you're stroking him. That's if you're doing the hand job. But if you are going to just go with your mouth, make sure that you have a lot of saliva. Make it nasty as it can get. Trust me, the nastier your activities are, the better, the sweeter the sensation is. Okay, so another recap that I would like to give quickly is, if you want to have a more intense, explosive orgasm, right? You should learn how to delay your orgasm. Now, if you feel like, oh, you're getting to the edge, because for every human being, man or woman, you know when you're about to fall off the edge, because orgasm is like you falling off the edge. You know when you want to fall off the edge. So at that point, when the momentum is building, you're almost there. You have to hold off. You have to push him aside or push her aside, or just restrain the person from doing whatever, so that you could be able to regain yourself. All right? You could be able to control yourself, get back to your normal self. And when you feel like you've gained much control, then they can continue with what they were doing, or they could just do something else. And when you get to a point again, and that space between when you relax and you're trying to get back on shouldn't be too much, so that you do not now start from the scratch trying to build up momentum again. All right, so when you feel like that feeling, that sensation has worn off, then you can go back again, do that same stimulation till you get to that edge again, and then that is like delay gratification. Do you get what I mean? So you just stay off like that. Ooh. It's what I call edging. All right, you're getting to the edge. You bring yourself to the edge, but you do not allow yourself to fall off. Now, let's say you do this like 5 times, which is really, really going to be a very hard task, because I mean, it's sweeter when you're getting to that point and you're just about getting to that point. It's harder for you to hold off, but when you hold off, it's amazing. So if you could do that 5 times, then the 6th time you actually want to come, you want to reach your climax, your apex, then you allow yourself go. The intensity of that jerk will be so high that you feel your body jerking. Edging can help you last longer as a man. If you find out that you ejaculate so quickly, edging method can help you, last longer, because you're controlling that urge to ejaculate or to release or to get to your climax. So if you're experiencing that, then use edging as a method. It can help you last longer. It can give you more control over your orgasm and when you choose to come. Okay. Same for the women. You could also do that as well for women. Assuming that you touch yourself or by yourself, you could practice that. When you feel like you're about to come, you just stop whatever you're doing and hold up for a while, and then go back to whatever you're doing again. And when you get to the edge, hold off. So, but when you really feel like you want to come, you really need to come, then you can allow yourself come, and then you would experience a whole different intensity. The intensity of your climax becomes a lot deeper and more intense, honestly. So what else am I missing out again? Understand that there are other erogenous zones like your ear. Don't you forget your ear. And make sure that you're not just, sucking the ears. Like, you have to take your time, just run your tongue around the edge of his ears and down into here, and just come out, go back again in here slowly. And then you can say something nasty while you're doing it in your partner's ears, and make sure that you maintain your sexy bedroom voice. Women, even for the men as well too, you could I can't believe it. All right, let's get back to it. So, maintain that sexy voice. It's very important that every woman learns how to have a bedroom voice. You know, so while you're running your tongue around it and just planting kisses in there, you could say something nasty and then just poke your tongue in there, out, and then kiss his neck like that. Kiss. And don't you forget the back. The back of the neck is super sensitive, so make sure that you don't hesitate playing with the back, planting kisses. You could wiggle your tongue around it. You know what I mean? Yes. I am not planning to make this video very lengthy, so I am just going to stop here. In my next video, I will be showing you other tricks and tips that you can do or use in your bedroom and have a great time with your partner. All right, until next time, to have a swell time. Remember, I'm your love sex expert. My name is Jane Lawrence, and I'll see you when I see you. Mwah.